Hey, my name is Shay, and I am a member of the First United Methodist Church, and I'm also an employee of the CLC. Before we moved to Alabama in 2017, I was completely broken. I was lost in a body that didn't feel like mine. For 2 years of my life, I was in active addiction. I won't go into details about my addiction because it still triggers me. When I looked into the mirror, I didn't recognize the person staring back at me. I was broken and afraid. When we first moved here, me and my husband and my son was living with my mom and my stepdad. My husband transferred his job from Arkansas to Alabama, and we moved closer to Enterprise. For about a month, we lived in a hotel that you could pay for bi-weekly in Dothan. We were desperate to find a place to call home, but everywhere we looked, they kept looking into our past. Something in my heart kept leading me to Ozark, and now I know that that was God. Derek called me and told me that he had found someone who would let us rent to own without a background check. We met with him and instantly fell in love with the home. We moved in shortly after. We had to keep traveling to Arkansas for court, and so it was very easy to keep relapsing in our addiction. In 2018, we came to the Easter egg hunt at First Ozark, and everyone was so welcoming and didn't judge us at all. We were still in a very dark place at this time, but we felt at home. We felt loved and we felt heard. We didn't immediately start coming to church here, though. In August of 2018, I decided that I had had enough of the life I was living and decided that my demons weren't stronger than my willingness to get sober. So I did. And later that year, we had put Brayson in basketball here, and we kept running into Miss Patty Finn. She never stopped encouraging us to come to church. She never gave up on us. So one Saturday after basketball, we had decided in our hearts that we would be attending church the upcoming Sunday. And we did. And we have been attending every Sunday since. They know about our past, and we have spoken openly about our addiction and our demons, and that never stopped anyone here from loving us and accepting us. If anything, it made them hold us closer for even longer. There are so many people in this church who have loved us abundantly more than we ever thought we deserved. This church is more than just a church. It's a big family. They love you when you don't feel like you can love yourself. They support you when you feel like giving up. They encourage you when you are feeling down, and they stand beside you and lift you up when you are feeling weak. I have never felt more comfortable at a church than I do here. I've always stayed far away from churches before because I felt judged and uncomfortable. I never felt anything but warmth and welcoming here. My family found the Lord in this church, and me and my husband got married in this church. And soon my son will be baptized in this church. He also gave his life to Christ in this church. Shortly after getting sober, I remember standing outside of our house and telling Derek that I felt in my heart and soul that I was made for more, that my story wasn't over, and that something big was going to happen. I knew I'd spend the rest of my life sharing my testimony because God led me here, and He will continue to lead me, and I will continue to follow. At my son's birthday party in September of 2021, my friend Brittany Outlaw told me that the CLC needed a teacher. I said yes, and Brittany Johnson got a hold of me a couple of days later. I never regretted my decision to worship and love God here, and I've never regretted my decision to teach and be a disciple for God here. The days have been long and chaotic, but I know what I'm doing is all a part of the Lord's plan. These children have nestled their way into my heart in a very big way. I am encouraged, and I am proud to be a part of a community that is planning ahead for the next generations of children. As I was laying in bed and thinking of the words I could say and asking God to put the words in my mouth and to guide me in what He wants me to say, I kept hearing Him tell me, little moments lead to a big God. And that's truly what this has been. All of these little things have led me and my family to God. God saved us. This church guided us and welcomed us. The CLC has helped me to fulfill this purpose in my life. If there's one thing that I know for sure, it's that I am so proud to be a member and employee of First Ozark. Another thing I know for certain, this generation and the ones that follow will be set on the right path toward God. Jesus said, "Let the little children come to me and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these."